welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day. I'm sitting in another bland hotel room, the kind that has become my second home. At 37, my life is a mosaic of airports, meetings, and solitary dinners. Tonight, though, I am back earlier than usual from my business dealings, the fatigue of travel pressing down on me like a heavy coat. The room is dimly lit, the only light coming from a lone lamp beside the bed. I throw my jacket on the chair and loosen my tie with a sigh. Alone, a familiar emptiness settles over me, a stark contrast to the bustling cityscape outside my window. As a ritual to unwind, I decide to indulge in a guilty pleasure, a quick escape into the world of adult entertainment online. It's a harmless diversion, I tell myself, a brief respite from the loneliness. I scroll through the options, the blue light from the screen casting an eerie glow across the room. But then, something, or rather, someone, familiar catches my eye. My heart stutters, a cold dread seeping through me as I click on the thumbnail, praying I'm wrong. But there she is. My wife, Jessica, looking back at me from the screen, her intimate moments laid bare for the world to see. And beside her, my cousin, Matt, their acts a blatant betrayal. The shock is visceral, a punch to the gut. How long has this been going on? How could they do this to me? The next few moments are a blur of anger and disbelief. My mind races, thoughts tangled and dark. I replay our last conversations, her gentle assurances of love and waiting for me. It was all a lie, a cruel, calculated deception. With trembling hands, I close my laptop. The room feels colder now, the walls inching closer in suffocating silence. I need to think, to plan. My initial impulse is to confront them, but no, I need something more fitting, more definitive. I pace the room, each step fueling my resolve. Revenge, a word that always seemed so distant, so foreign, now pulses through my veins. It won't be rash, it will be calculated, a reckoning worthy of their betrayal. I sit back down, pulling out my phone. I start typing, reaching out to contacts, old friends from my less than scrupulous past. If I am to do this, to ruin her as she has me, I will need help. I will need resources. I will need a plan that leaves no trace back to me. By the time I finish, the first streaks of dawn are bleeding through the curtains, casting light on the path I've chosen. There's no turning back now. My old life, the one where Jessica was my partner, my love, is over. A new chapter begins, and it's one where I craft her downfall with the precision of a maestro. As the sun rises, so does a new Peter, a man forged from betrayal, armed with a cold, hard resolve to take back control of his life's narrative. The next few months promise to be interesting, and for the first time in a long time, I find myself eager to face the coming days. This isn't just about revenge, it's about reclaiming my dignity, my life. And so, with a deep breath, I ready myself for what comes next. After all, revenge is a dish best served cold, and I intend to serve it at just the right temperature. The morning air is crisp as I leave the hotel, the city waking up around me. Today isn't just another day, it's the day I start weaving my web of revenge. The cafe down the street is bustling, a perfect place to blend in and meet an old friend, Leo. Leo is not just any friend, he's a private investigator with a moral compass that sometimes wavers under the right circumstances. I spot him in the corner, sipping his black coffee, his eyes scanning the room until they land on me. "Peter, it's been too long," he greets me, standing up to shake my hand. His grip is firm, reassuring. "Too long indeed," I reply, settling into the seat across from him. "I need your help, Leo." His brow furrows, a mix of concern and curiosity. "What's going on?" I lean in, my voice low. "It's Jessica. She's involved in something that I need to know all about. And Matt is in it too." Leo's eyes narrow slightly. Your cousin, Matt? What kind of involvement are we talking about here? I hesitate, the betrayal stinging anew. The worst kind, Leo. I caught them together, on camera. Leo whistles softly, shaking his head. That's rough, Peter. What do you need from me? Everything. Surveillance, background checks, the works. I want to know every move she makes, who she meets, where she goes. My voice is steady, each word laced with determination. Leo nods, his professional mask in place. I can set up surveillance, start digging into her life. But this kind of job won't come cheap, or clean. I'm prepared for both, I say, meeting his gaze squarely. He studies me for a long moment, then sighs. All right, Peter. I'll help you. But be careful. This kind of path can take you places you might not be ready to go. I'm already there, I reply grimly. As we finalize our plans, my phone vibrates. It's a text from another contact, Tina, a hacker known for her ability to unearth digital secrets. We need to talk, it reads. I text back a time and place, my network of allies growing. The meeting with Leo wraps up with a firm handshake. I'll get started today, he assures me. You'll have updates soon. I leave the cafe with a sense of purpose, heading to a nearby park where Tina prefers to meet, away from prying eyes and overreaching technology. She's sitting on a bench, her appearance nondescript, blending perfectly with the morning joggers and dog walkers. Tina, I greet her. Peter, she nods, her voice cool. You're diving into deep waters. What's the target? I explain again, the words tasting bitter. It's personal this time. I need access to her digital life, emails, messages, everything. Tina's expression is unreadable. I can get you access, but remember, whatever you find can't be unseen. Are you sure you're ready for this? I have to be, I say, the resolve in my voice more for myself than for her. She pulls out her laptop, her fingers flying over the keys. Give me 48 hours. You'll have what you need. As I watch her work, the reality of my quest settles in. With each step, I'm changing, becoming someone unrecognizable. But there's no turning back. I am not just seeking revenge, I'm rewriting the narrative of my own life, one clandestine move at a time. The clock ticks past midnight, casting long shadows across my apartment. My phone buzzes, it's Tina. I pick up instantly, my heart racing. I've got what you asked for, she says without preamble. I'm sending you the files now. Thanks, Tina. Anything I should be wary of? Just remember, some things can't be unseen. Be careful, Peter, she warns before hanging up. I open my laptop, and emails start to fill my screen. The glow of the unread messages seems almost ominous in the dark room. I click on the first one, and Jessica's life starts unfolding before me, emails, messages, even chat transcripts. The more I read, the deeper the betrayal cuts. But amidst the pain, a pattern starts to emerge, something unexpected. Jessica has been communicating frequently with someone named Alex, discussions filled with mysterious references and frequent mentions of significant sums of money. This isn't just an affair. It's something bigger, possibly criminal. I lean back, mind reeling. Could this be my leverage? My thoughts are interrupted by a knock at the door. Cautious, I peer through the peephole. It's Leo, his face grim. I let him in quickly. I've got news, Leo says as he steps inside. And you might want to sit down for this. What is it? I ask, bracing myself. It's not just Jessica and Matt. They're part of something larger. Money laundering, possibly more. And it looks like Matt is deeply involved. My hands clench into fists. And Jessica? She's in it up to her neck, Leo confirms. He hands me a folder. Photos, places, meetings. It's all here. I flip through the pictures, seeing Jessica and Matt with various unknown faces, exchanging briefcases and handshakes. My personal betrayal suddenly feels part of a much larger tapestry of deceit. We need to go to the authorities, I suggest, the idea of using this to my advantage playing at the back of my mind. Leo shakes his head. Not yet. If you play this right, you could take them down and clear your name completely. But if the authorities get involved now, you might get dragged down with them. I ponder his words, the weight of my next actions heavier than ever. What's the next step? Keep gathering evidence. Let's make sure when you strike, it's fatal, Leo advises. I nod, determined. Set up more surveillance. I want eyes on them at all times. After Leo leaves, I sit alone in the darkness, my mind a whirl of strategies and scenarios. I realize that my initial quest for revenge has evolved into something far greater. I'm not just a scorned husband, I'm a man on a mission to expose corruption. I know I'm playing a dangerous game. But with each revelation, my resolve strengthens. Jessica and Matt chose their path, and now, I'm choosing mine. I won't just reclaim my life, I'll redefine it. And in doing so, I might just bring them to justice. The night stretches on as I delve deeper into the data Tina sent, planning my moves, preparing for the battle ahead. With each document, each photo, I'm not just plotting revenge, I'm crafting a new destiny. And I know there's no turning back. The sun is setting over the city skyline as I walk into the upscale restaurant where I've arranged the final meeting. My heart beats steadily, months of planning will either come to fruition or fall apart tonight. Inside, I spot Jessica and Matt, laughing over drinks. They haven't seen me yet. I take a moment, steeling myself for what's to come. I approach the table, my steps measured. Jessica, Matt, I greet them, my voice betraying none of the storm inside. Peter. Jessica's surprise is genuine, her smile faltering slightly. What a surprise. Join us. I'd love to, I say, taking a seat. Actually, I'm glad I found you both here together. Matt looks uneasy, sensing the undercurrents. What's this about, Peter? I lean forward, placing an envelope on the table. It's about this, I say, sliding it towards them. Inside are photos and documents Leo helped me compile, undeniable proof of their misdeeds. Jessica's face turns pale, her eyes flicking between the envelope and me. What is this, Peter? It's over, I say calmly. Your schemes, your betrayals. I know everything. The money laundering, your affair with Matt, everything. Matt goes rigid. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, but I do. And so will the police, unless you agree to my terms, I reply, the edge in my voice sharp as a knife. Jessica swallows hard. What do you want? Confessions. Signed and detailed. Then, you'll transfer back every penny that was laundered through your little operation to the rightful owners. Do that, and I keep this quiet, I say, tapping the envelope. Matt's jaw clenches, his anger palpable. And if we refuse? Then enjoy prison, I say simply. I've got enough to put you both away for a very long time. The tension is thick, suffocating. Then, unexpectedly, Jessica laughs, a short, bitter sound. You think you've caught us, Peter? That you've won? I frown, confused by her reaction. What are you talking about? She leans back, her expression cold and calculating. You're not the only one with plans, Peter. Did you really think I wouldn't expect this from you? That I wouldn't prepare? Before I can respond, she nods subtly to someone behind me. I turn to see two police officers approaching our table. Mr. Peter Thompson, one of them asks. Yes, I reply, my mind racing. You're under arrest for extortion and threats. You'll need to come with us, the officer states, as he reads my rights. I stand, stunned, as they handcuff me. Jessica's voice follows me as they lead me away. You should have just signed the divorce papers and walked away, Peter. But you had to push it. As I'm escorted out, my mind whirls. But then it hits me, a realization that chills me to the bone. Jessica never intended to play defense. She baited me into making a move, into revealing my hand. At the police station, as I sit in the interrogation room, Leo walks in, his face grim. I'm sorry, Peter. We underestimated her. She played us from the start. But then he smiles, a thin, knowing smile. Luckily, I never trust anyone completely. I recorded all our meetings, kept duplicates of everything, insurance. He lays a USB drive on the table. This has everything to clear you and bury them. But it's your call. What's your next move? I look at the drive, then at Leo. Jessica thought she'd won, but the game was far from over. It was my move, and I knew exactly what to do. Let's play the final hand, I say, determination renewing my resolve. This wasn't just a battle anymore, it was war, and I was ready to end it on my own terms.